Have you ever noticed how, in a gathering of voices and opinions, the person with the deepest presence is often the one who speaks the least? There's an ancient wisdom in their stillness, a gravitational pull that draws attention without a single word. Their silence is not an absence, but a force, a deliberate choice that shapes the energy of the entire room. It's as if, in the quiet, they hold a mirror to the noise around them, reflecting back not chaos, but calm, control, and unspoken strength. Imagine for a moment adopting this approach for yourself. Instead of meeting every comment with a reply, every jab with a defense, what if you simply paused? What if you chose to observe before you reacted, to reflect instead of rushing forward? In those brief moments of stillness, you create space for thought, for intention, for true understanding, and in that space your presence becomes undeniable. Most of us have been taught a different lesson. We're told that silence is weakness, that if we are not speaking, we are losing ground. The world rewards the loud, the quick, the endlessly accessible. But this is a myth, a dangerous one. Because the reality is, the person who conserves their energy, who refuses to be pulled in every direction, is the one who ultimately becomes untouchable. They are not swayed by every wind, nor are they easily influenced. Their quiet confidence unsettles those who rely on predictable reactions. The moment you stop explaining yourself, stop proving your worth at every turn, you shift the balance of power. Those who once thought they could control you, through expectation, through emotional triggers, find themselves at a loss. They depended on your willingness to engage, to react, to be emotionally available on demand. When that availability disappears, so does their influence. This is not about building walls or shutting down. It's about cultivating awareness, becoming deliberate in how you respond to the world around you. Carl Jung once observed, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." Consider the weight of those words. How often do you find yourself reacting automatically, guided by old patterns and hidden impulses? How many of your responses are truly chosen rather than conditioned? When you pause, when you step back and detach from the immediate pull of emotion, you start to see the patterns for what they are. You recognize the ways you give away your energy, often to people and situations that do not nourish you in return. And in that recognition, you begin to reclaim what is yours. Your energy is your most precious asset. Yet, how carelessly it is spent on arguments that go nowhere, on explanations that are never enough, on people who seek you out only when it serves their needs. What if you stopped? What if you made your attention, your presence, something valuable, something that could not be taken for granted? There is a simple truth that is easy to forget. People value what is scarce. When you are always available, always ready to jump in, you become easy to overlook. Your kindness and loyalty, though genuine, can become a way of abandoning yourself, of eroding your own boundaries bit by bit. Each time you say yes when you mean no, each time you force a smile or rush a response, you chip away at your own center. Eventually, you may not even recognize yourself. You owe no one constant access, not friends, not family, not even your own restless mind. What you owe is presence, authenticity, and boundaries. Without these, your energy seeps away into places that do not sustain you. This is not isolation, but sovereignty, the ability to stand in your own emotional independence, to feel deeply but not be consumed by others' chaos, to care but not collapse into someone else's drama. This is the path of individuation, as Jung described, the lifelong journey of becoming who you truly are, outside the masks and roles assigned by society. It begins when you stop reacting automatically and choose, instead, to respond consciously. Ask yourself, who drains your energy? Who triggers your automatic reactions? Who appears only when it suits them? These individuals have learned your buttons and will continue to press them as long as you allow it. But you do not have to be the button. You can choose to be the observer, to watch the patterns without being defined by them. When you step back from emotional performance, you become unreadable. In that unreadability lies power, for people cannot manipulate what they cannot predict. You carry an energy that changes the atmosphere simply by walking into the room. This is not mysticism, but psychological clarity. You are not here to be liked by everyone. You are here to be whole, to be complete within yourself. Wholeness sometimes means choosing silence over approval, stillness over validation. The next time you feel provoked, try pausing, breathe, withdraw from the dance of reaction. Allow your silence to speak louder than any argument, your absence more profound than any explanation. When you become emotionally unavailable to manipulation, guilt, or drama, you do not become cold, you become free. In that freedom, you discover a strength that cannot be taken from you, only cultivated by conscious choice. Silence, then, is not escape, but strength. Stillness is not surrender, but command. These are the hallmarks of a lucid mind, the first steps toward true individuation. It is the way of those who have learned to disappear from the narratives of others, only to reappear in their own. So ask yourself, are you ready to step back from the stories others tell about you? To walk away from their expectations and rediscover your own center? Because when you stop being perpetually available, when you choose the power of thoughtful presence over the compulsion to react, everything changes. In the end, the quietest person in the room is not the weakest. They are the anchor, the one who shapes the space, not with noise, but with the force of their being. And that is a power no one can take from you. If this video bent your mind, share your thoughts in the comments, like and share with your fellow philosophers. If you want to explore more mind benders, hit that subscribe button.